I will spew you, is a lukewarm church. So when you study the errors of the church, the foundations of the errors of the church is number one, lack of love for God. And that error is born from overworking for God and not working with God. Number two, foundation of error is the error of blasphemy. When people begin to talk against God or undermine scripture, and that error largely is born from our track record in the spirit. That's the error of the church, of the Jews in the church of Smyrna. Not necessarily the church of Smyrna. The third error is the error of Balaam and Nicolaitans, which is the error of what? Seduction. Creating an enticement and inducement for people to get immoral or to get idolatrous. And then the error of the Nicolaitans, which is the error of deification, over exalting men in the name of honoring them as ministers, and also weakening, undermining sin, and making people to loosely fall into sin. That's Nicolaitans. So these are foundations of error in church. And then number four, foundation of error in church is tolerance. Tolerance for the spirit of Jezebel, false prophecy, and iniquity at large. When we become tolerant in a bid to accept people or to show unity, we create an atmosphere for error. And that is the challenge of the Thyatira church. And then the other error, which is the fifth error, is the error of being dead in the spirit, becoming intellectual, strategic without spirit life. That's the challenge of Sardis. And this error comes from wealth, because that church was excessively wealthy. They thought they had everything they needed, and they began to undermine the spirit realm. So it's born from provision. This is why those of us who pursue miracle, pursue breakthroughs, we must be careful, because when you have them, you may not know where your soul will be. The guy was looking for breakthrough. You saw him doing everything. The moment he got the breakthrough, he became busy for God. That's the error of Sardis. It's the error of having riches without God. You are dead in the spirit. And then the final error is the error of the church of Laodicea. And that church, that error is the error of lukewarmness. You become lukewarm, not having zeal and passion for the things of God. And these people are also self-sufficient. So we must trace all of these errors and build a defense against them. Because this is what Jesus himself pointed out. The only church that truly did not have any error either within or associated to the territory was the Philadelphia church. And the strength of this church was humility. They had little strength. They were small in their own eyes. God became their help. This is why somebody said, all the weapons of our spiritual warfare is in front. That means your back is God that defends you. And he said the only shield that God considers to defend you is humility. No matter how strong you are, he said if you are not humble, you have a weakness. Because there's no spiritual armor for back. Do you follow? The Philadelphia church was humble in their own eyes.